The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. Him maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water. Them him restored I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta, I go walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Can't fear no Babylon. Cause I run and I stab them, comforted I and I. Uno prepare a table before I in the presence of our enemy. Them uno anointed I head with no aisle. Me cup run it over. Surely goodness and mercy. I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God, Jah, Kadamawe, Gramabe, Tela, where 2 and 3 meet in the name of the Most High Jah, at the Sojaja de. If Jaja never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way, if Jaja never watch upon them, same house we build for you, the builder I go build it in vain. The watchman I go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it and them is safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Amasa, Negusto Daniel, Komaya Sataya, Aimana Pio Waya, Kadamawe Gromabe Atela. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunomo, where we speak truth to power. Now, my brother, my sister, in every traditional African home, there is a black pot. And each time this black pot rests on the fire, there is something sumptuous cooking. We are going to serve you with some of your wildest delicacies today. This is the black pot, aka Kukushonomo, where we speak truth to power. We normally would not criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country. Remember, it is all about the people, the continent, the land. Yes, we want to see it develop to where our ancestors have always dreamt. My brother, my sister, this is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonoma. And we're going to start on a very hot note. My brother, my sister, remember we are live on Pan-African TV, also live on Ghana Web TV, live on Loud Silence TV, and live on our own TV, the Black Empire TV. Now, my brother, my sister, across the world via satellite, we are beaming live. And also on YouTube, we are streaming live on Black Empire Media. Our Black is spelled B-L-A-K-K. My name, Black Rasta. Thief of staff pulls the trigger. Pua, pua, pua. Who is supposedly referred to as the thief of staff member? Thief of staff is who? Which member of the society is seen as the thief of staff? Frima Opare. There she is. Now somebody is referring to her as a thief, implicated in some kind of thievery. My brother, my sister. And therefore, the name has changed from chief of staff to thief of staff. Maybe Ali Baba and the 40 thieves. In this case, Mrs. Baba and her 40 thieves. What exactly is happening? My brother, my sister, let us look at the report. Look at the headlines. And this is from Ghana Web. Chief of Staff gives newspaper 24-hour ultimatum to render an apology. And there she is, the Chief of Staff, Frima Akosia Opare. There she is. And what is happening? Now let's read the story and find out exactly what it is. The story says what? Now, according to a letter signed by lawyer Gary Nimakun of Mafu and Associates, the newspaper in a publication dated Wednesday, August 3, 2022, under the headline, More Rot Emerge from Bust, with Chief of Staff named again. had criminal connotations which sought to defame their client. Whilst pointing out what it said was a desperate attempt to malign and tarnish the hard-won reputation of their client, the lawyers said publishers of the Herald have up to 24 hours to retract and apologize for the publication or risk legal action. Come along. My brother, my sister, we're talking about the chief of staff. And the story says that the newspaper Herald tried desperately to malign Akosua Frema as published by Ghana Web. My brother, my sister, but who is Akosua Frema? Frema Akosua Opare is the chief of staff of the Republic of Ghana right now. Now, we all remember recently she's been embroiled in some controversies, right? We all remember how it was reported that she went all the way to the house of Adwoa Safo, trying to get her to come all the way to the Parliament House to vote for the demonic e-levy, which has not helped Ghanaians in any way, but rather brought more troubles on the citizenry. You all remember how it was reported that she went out there, stood in front of the gate of the member of parliament for Dome Kwabenya. I'm talking about Adwoa Safo, knocked on her door for several moments, running into an hour and even more. Before the gate was opened, she went in and sat down for yet another several moments before the lady decided to come. And hear this, she went there with a police convoy so that Adwoa Safo would not be caught in traffic. She would come all the way to the Parliament House and vote for her party's demonic levy, known as the e-levy. We all remember that. Now, we also remember that there was some huge amount of money that was paid into the Fidelity Bank account of Adwoa Safo. And this same woman, known as Frema Akosua Opare, the chief of staff, now referred to as by the Herald as the chief of staff, as implicated in that story. My brother, my sister, she was also fingered in that story. Who doled out that money? Who put the money in the Fidelity account of Adwoa Safo? And what was it for? Many well-meaning Ghanaians have been asking that we have to dig deep into it. But because this is a country that is not serious, every little thing, we make so much noise about that and forget in the next few minutes. It is an Andrew liver salt nation. To the top, to the ground. In no time. We don't follow up on anything. My brother, my sister, the Fidelity Bank account had the money. Who paid the money into the account? Kennedy Ejapon, the baby father of Adwoa Safo. Now, who gave the money to Kennedy Ejapon to put in there? The chief of staff was fingered in this story as well, right? Now, we all remember Efia Schwarzenegger coming out to talk about her father's funeral and how the chief of staff went there to donate some money. Well, this one too was a big controversy because she came out to deny, or her office came out to deny, that they had given some money out to Efia Schwarzenegger during that funeral. Efia Schwarzenegger herself came out and made so much noise. And for you, those of you who do not know Efia Schwarzenegger, she's supposed to be a comedian. She's well known in Ghana for several controversies and others. People who know her deeply will refer to her as mother. She went to school in Tamale and some other areas, so she speaks Dagbani quite well. My brother, my sister, Efia Schwarzenegger was not this controversial from the beginning. But probably she realized that controversy sells in Ghana. So right now, she's one of the most controversial. Did she lie about the money? Or did the chief of staff really give that money? But because it was blown out of proportion, she came in to deny it. So when the lawyers say, oh, her hard-won reputation, I wonder what reputation that is. Reputation of the Fidelity Bank account, reputation of going to bring a woman all the way from her house in a police convoy to come and vote for the demonic e-levy. I truly want to understand what that hard-won reputation is. Look at it. Look at it. Hard-won reputation. What are we talking about? Now, is the Herald newspaper going to apologize? Did the Herald newspaper have the facts? I am waiting to see exactly what is going to be. But brethren, another thing I would like to say is this. I am happy that this is how this woman is taking the story. In fact, in our country, some journalists are so irresponsible. They publish anything just for clicks. In our country, journalism has lost its verve. In our country, journalism has become a thing of the past. Anybody is a journalist right now. Publish any rot. Especially that now people are paying for clicks. So they publish anything. We have vloggers, we have bloggers, we have who. The days of quality journalism are gone. The days when people read proper newspapers are all gone. How many people read the graphic now? The graphic is going extinct. In fact, the graphic showbiz is even extinct. Right now, how do you even find it on the newsstands? They have shrunk it into a 4-page newspaper. A newspaper which used to be about 32 pages. Several other newspapers have gone into extinction because the print media is dying out. And a lot of our people are not smart enough to innovate. Should journalism end because people are not buying newspapers anymore? Should quality journalism come to a halt all because newspapers are not being bought anymore? What happened to the internet? Now anybody can jump on the internet and call himself a journalist and peddle falsehood, buffoonery, and foolishness. I am glad that Frema Akosua-Opare, the chief of staff, is fighting to be called the chief of staff and not the thief of staff. And I'm glad that is going to the courts. We will see how good journalism is going to play. If they apologize, then we know that they are into bad journalism. If they don't, the Herald newspaper would have its head high, especially if it wins this case. It will save Ghana a lot of reputation and a lot of money. True? Dash it away and make we deal with the next thing. Come along. I want to look at the next thing very quickly. And this one is entitled Desperate Moves by IGP, Remedy for Disaster. What are the desperate moves? But first and foremost, who is the IGP of the Republic of Ghana? That's him. He's called Dr. Dampari Akufu. He also has Akufu in his name, just like the president. The only difference is that his Akufu is double F, and the president's Akufu is one F. Are they related or not? That's not very important, is it? Now, what is important is that the police service, led by the IGP, Dr. Dampari, has come out with something interesting. Look at the headlines and let's smile together. What does it say? Qualified relatives to replace police officers who die on duty. Jesus. So if you're a policeman and you die whilst on duty, listen on. Policeman, you die whilst on duty. They will find a relative of yours who, one, is qualified to replace you. What other thing are we looking at? Is it only the qualification or the interest or both? Some people are interested in becoming police. They have the passion, but they don't have the qualification. Let us read what is there. According to the IGP, the initiative is part of a broad range of measures being taken by the leadership of the police service to encourage officers to give up their best. When a police officer dies on duty, we have put new measures in place to ensure that a relative of the deceased officer who is qualified is recruited into the service as part of efforts to urge our officers to do their best in protecting the public. The IGP said whilst delivering a public lecture at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, KNUST, on Thursday. Dash it away. Hear me now. And let's get serious. Let's get serious. Look, I am a serious advocate of the Ghana police. My grandfather, Inspector Audu Kankani, was a powerful policeman in the Gold Coast era. When he was about to retire, all the police people in his vicinity were crying because they were going to lose a powerful policeman. Inspector Audu Kankani will still be remembered by police people who matter. He traveled the length and breadth of this nation on transfer to do several things in the name of the Gold Coast Police. When he retired, we were little children. My brother, my sister. So when it comes to the police, I am so passionate. I've talked about the police over and over. I respect the police more than the presidency of Ghana. I respect the police more than all the political establishments that we have in this country. You understand? When it comes to the police, I am so passionate. I will not be the right person to make a comment on the police because I am biased about the police. Because my grandfather, Inspector Audu Kankani, laid a certain strong foundation that made all of us respect and love the police. Now, why am I mentioning Inspector Audu Kankani? How many more policemen and women are laying the same foundation? Are the police people laying the foundation that will bring respect to the police? Are police people in Ghana doing a service to the nation, or they are doing a service to themselves? Kai, Black Rasta, say it again. Are the police people in Ghana doing a service to the nation or to themselves? What the IGP has said is supporting the second one. They are doing a service to themselves. That is why if they die on duty, you look for their immediate family members and relatives to replace them. It is nothing but family and friends. That is my opinion. Now, if you are doing a service to the nation, it doesn't matter who replaces you. What matters most is that a native, a citizen of the country replaces you. When you are serving the nation, every member of the nation becomes your family. Hallelujah. How many people understand this? Hey! We live in a country where people go to juju to kill each other because one man bought a fowl and the fowl laid 20 eggs and has been able to hatch 18 out of the 20 eggs. But the other man's backyard bought a fowl for the past 4 years and every year it lays only 1 egg and never hatches. So they go to juju to kill you because your fowl is making you prosperous. True. People kill each other using juju, sometimes even physical, because he came to borrow a bantua from you and didn't give to him. Now bantua so you free. My God, a man killed another man because he came to borrow a bantua from him. You know what a bantua is? Some people say bentua. Where I come from, say bantua. It's a certain syringe. It has a round bottom like that. And then they put herbs and whatever, some liquid into it, and they pump into their anal cavities. My brother, my sister. And the whole family, they use one bantua. Kwame comes, he takes it. He goes to run diarrhea and come back. Tomorrow Ajua comes. Hey, diarrhea, come back. Kojo has come to borrow it. and Mensa is busily using it. He gets angry that Mensa has denied him the use of a bantua that Mensa bought himself. So he takes him to Juju to kill him. For bantua, we kill each other. So if we now are given an opportunity to replace our police relatives, hallelujah, Logoko will be busy. Kweku Free will be busy. Kofi will be busy. Tano will be busy. Bosumchi will be busy. Baba Tongo will be busy. We are looking for a big disaster. This is not going to be a storm in a teacup. It's going to be a tsunami. People are going to start killing their police relatives because they are interested in replacing them. True? I think this is a wrong move totally. And my brother, my sister, wrong move. You know what the police needs? Respect. You need to start socializing the police. Somebody won't understand it. Do you understand what it means to say socialization? The upbringing from the start, the norms, the customs, the behavioral pattern. That is what is called socialization. The attitudes. We need to rewire the minds, the mindset of the police. So the police understands that it is a service to the nation, not a service to the individual. So when a man falls down whilst on duty, it should not necessarily be a situation where he's replaced by a family member or a relative. Everybody is his relative. Are we making sense? Does it make sense? Or I am fooling? Because in Ghana, when your opinions do not sit well with another man, he sees you as fooling. And a lot of us are stark illiterate. Yet the stark illiterates are those who talk the most. No understanding of anything, yet they talk about everything. Hear me now, brethren. IGP Dr. Dampare, I know you desperately want to do something, but this is the least infamous thing you could ever do. You know what the police needs? Better retirement bonuses. Look how many policemen have been involved in some heroism, yet not even a single promotion for them. How about the children of the policeman who dies whilst on duty? Can the police not give them scholarships rather than looking for some officer or some family member to come and do something? How about that, brethren? We need to check all these things. Police need a better service. We need a better police service. How can we get that? The police mindset should be directed towards service to the nation. Directed towards service to humanity. When you say the police is your friend, what does it mean? Yet your friend stops you and wants a bribe. Yet your friend asks you for money before he bails you. Yet your friend is not ready to come to your aid. He says there's no fuel in the car. Yet your friend wastes natural resources and the nation's resources all over the place by joining hands with galamseyers and thieves. Dr. Dampare, what can help the police get better is better bonuses, better conditions of living, and not death legacies. To die and somebody comes to join. No, who wants to die for officer to come and sit in there? That is not attractive enough. Give them proper retirement benefits. Give them an opportunity to travel around the world on holiday, refresh their minds. Send them to do courses in different countries. One, you kill two birds with one stone. I am an animal lover. I don't kill animals. So I wouldn't say kill two birds with one stone. In fact, achieve two things using just one resource. And what are we talking about? We are talking about giving them an opportunity to toil and also learn. What's the police salary? What's their retirement benefit? Police people who today are said to be 30 years, in fact, they were actually born 7 to 8 years back. They are all reducing their ages because they don't want to retire. 99% of all the police in Ghana, I dare say, I don't have any proof, but 99% of all policemen in Ghana went in there by default. They went in there because there was no other job. So they found themselves there. The last interview they had with recruits, police recruits, most of them said they were there because there were no jobs. It means it's a second option. How can they be good police people? Last question I want to ask. Now you are saying policemen who die on duty. How about those who don't die on duty? They die at home. They've gone to arrest 7 trillion armed robbers. They've locked them up in the police stations. They are tired. They go home to rest. Whilst they are sleeping, they sleep off and die. Would you say they were on duty? Or what do you mean by on duty? On duty is when they are chasing armed robbers and they are shot and they die. So they look for an officer to come and replace them. That's on duty. How about after doing all these things, they go home and they die? So that policy you are bringing, what really is it? I know you want to do something for the police. How many people sat to look at this? If you want to encourage police people to be brave, and I'll be giving you a quote that talks about bravery. I'm giving you a quote that also looks at the policeman and what endangers the police service. Bravery is not the absence of fear. Bravery is the presence of fear, yet there is action. Action in the presence of fear is what is called bravery. Not action in the presence of no fear. That is no bravery. There's no fear anywhere. So what is there to fear anyway? But where there is fear and there is still action, that is bravery. Hallelujah. I can write a mathematical equation for that. In the interim, this is the Blackpot, aka Kuku Show, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall talk some more. When some policemen decide to abuse citizens, this erodes the confidence the citizens have in the police. And therefore, the citizens will become a danger to the good police officers. You see the equation? The few bad ones spoil the reputation of the good ones. We want to thank all our sponsors for coming on. We love you and we appreciate you and would always call you to come on this show and advertise. Our numbers are on the screen. Send us a simple WhatsApp message. We will hack into your call or call us via WhatsApp. And we're ready to listen to you. Let us be that lifeline to your staggering business lines. Our numbers are on the screen. When you speak the truth, you become an orphan. The truth stands alone. That is why we need you, lovers of the truth, to all come together and support this cause. We are the #1 Pan-Africanist show on TV, the whole of Africa and beyond. We speak the truth. We are not affiliated to any political party. We don't have the intentions of being affiliated to any in the near future. Because he who feeds you controls you. Quote and unquote. Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso. So we prefer that you would join hands with us. Let's work together and prosper our businesses. After all, the more the African businesses prosper, the more we prosper too. International trade. Africans should trade amongst each other. Right now, we are doing less than 15%. Why? If Ukraine is in trouble, the whole of Africa is in trouble. Because you refuse to trade with each other. You are looking out. My brother, my sister, let's look at it very seriously. We are ready to do business with you. Contact us. Thanks so much to our sponsors. Now let's deal with the next thing. Come along. This other thing I want to look at is entitled Breaking the 8. Impossible. And this is coming from who? Mr. President of the Republic of Ghana. This is the president. Nana Akufo-Addo. In fact, this photo was worked on. He doesn't look exactly like this now. My brother, my sister, this is the arrogant president who will not listen to anybody. Not even his own party. There's a big friction in his party right now because of his arrogance. He's not interested in listening to anybody. He knows it all. The country is sinking. Recently, he told everybody that they were going to break the 8. And breaking the 8 simply means they will be the first political party in Ghana right now, as it stands, in contemporary times, to go after 2 terms. Each term is 4 years. So, if you go 2 times, that's 8 years. And if you can go beyond the 2 terms, it means you have broken the 8. No political party has done it yet in contemporary times in Ghana. So they are saying they want to break the 8. Politicians only think about winning elections, not about how they can satisfy the people. They are so good at proverbially treating symptoms and not the disease. The doctors understand this better. When you have malaria, you start shivering. You lose appetite, then you go and look for appetizer, appetition. Watch a 2, then you are eating. You think then the malaria parasites charge up. You lose appetite again. You are shivering. You continue to treat symptoms. The root cause of the problem, no, you are not interested. That is what these people called politicians are doing. They are only interested in winning elections. But what will naturally make them see the suffering of the people? No, they are blind. They can't see anything. They cease to understand that by satisfying the people, the electorate, they automatically win elections. But they focus on the election more than on satisfying the people. They are greedy. It's like a man who likes sex. What do you do to legitimize your affair? You need to get married. So instead of thinking about sex, just go and marry and sex will come naturally. How many people understand the connection? Look at the headline. Breaking the 8, not possible with economy in this disarray. Oh, now you know the economy is in disarray. Now you know, eh? I thought you said the economy was good. Your finance minister came and told us the economy was okay. You were building a cathedral, a very flamboyant cathedral, because the economy was in a good state. All of a sudden, the economy is in disarray. This guy, you are a wicked man. You are a very wicked man, very arrogant man. Now the economy is in disarray. Since when? Only last month, your finance minister told us that they were not going to the IMF. that everything was okay, that yes, everything was nice. 3-4 days later, you were knocking on the doors of the IMF. Now you come and tell us that you are not going to break the 8 if the economy continues to be in disarray. Show me what story there is. Is there a story? Yes. Come along, let's read it. Come. Read what is there. Speaking in an interview on Tamale-based North Star Radio on August 8, the president blamed the effects of the COVID-19 pandemic and the Russian-Ukraine war for the challenging times the country finds itself in. He stated that the country was on the path of progress and enviable growth rate until the twin crises disrupted the trajectory. President Akufo-Addo believes, however, that the policies and programs being implemented by the government will turn things around for the better. We did it when I first came into office, and I am of the strong belief that we can do it again because the policies are sound. Fellow Ghanaians, they are about to put Ghana in a strong place, he said, adding that Ghanaians should have confidence in the government to deliver on its goal. No, sir. Dash it away. No, sir. Mr. President, we've lost confidence in you. When you were flying by heart like a madman, bathing 3 times in the clouds, carrying prostitutes, Sewabroni and the rest around, did you listen to us? Well-meaning people, pastors, malams, sat you down and spoke to you. You told them to concentrate on their religion and leave you to do your politics. And that's not their business. Your defense minister came to tell us that you deserved a plane where you could bath in before you jumped into a meeting. And we saw photographs of you chilling in very, very expensive and expansive planes. We saw you eating giddy, almost everything. All your childhood delicacies were served you in the plane, painfully on the back of the taxpayers. We paid for everything. Such a greedy man, wicked man. The Nigerian will say, you are wicked, wicked man. Today you are saying that you can't break the 8 because of the economic disaster. And he's still singing the same chorus. Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, Ukraine, Russia, and what to? COVID-19, Ukraine, Russia, COVID-19. Oh, Jesus. He's like a kindergarten boy right now. The same chorus, the same rhymes. Ukraine, Russia, COVID. Ukraine, Russia, COVID. As if we were the only country in the world that suffered COVID, Ukraine, and Russia. Are you guys not ashamed that a big continent like Africa, you are not economically independent? That you are not independent when it comes to food supply? In the 60s, Nkrumah was already putting plans to make Africa independent of any other continent when it came to food. Remember the Congo Valley. Remember how Nkrumah wrote extensively about that. Remember how Nkrumah brought silos all over Ghana to keep food, like in the days of Egypt. But you wicked man, wicked people, greedy leaders all across Africa, when you produce the food, you take it to your slave masters. Please give us a few dollars. We want dollars. Give me dollars. Then you give it and take dollars to Nigeria. Huh? Una okay? Una okay? Gotchisberg economy. To the point that now Europeans are those controlling what you plant. We hear that they want to cut down all trees and now plant more cocoa. Why? How many Ghanaians eat chocolate? Do we cook with cocoa? The cocoa we are producing is just for the white man. The maize that your people eat, you don't produce that. Guinea corn, millet. You produce what your slave master says he wants. And you have no common sense to even change it into, put value on that and make money. No. You want to cut trees and destroy farms and plant more for your slave master. Such fools. Dash it away, brethren. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta and it's been the Blackpot, aka Kukushonum. When we return, we have more.
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill, and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's Acid Cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mamiya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret, PJ's Acid Cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
Am I sumo?
Yes, sumo ready.
And you may yakin cancer no. Yaba my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may yakin cancer no. Yaba free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe. Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam.
Majem Kwani. Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsule. A drawing Tina Berwati Semi. Me ready a mention glasses. Obroni Bessie. See clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsules. A full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby atwa. Tina Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now what?
Yeah,
Tina Tet Hayan.
see clear. Luxury home. It's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing,
massages, we do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here. We do brace training. We do wig caps installation. We do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right? I do the whole, I've been doing it for many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art. That's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like you need some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on that, you know, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so you're not crippled, you know. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor and can't take care and that is not good. Not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they, you know, they are good and upright men. You know, they just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, you know, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down the road. Well, if a veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you move in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when a Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be that 16BARS M-as-in-Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me on, first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is DIANNA. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can also, you know, send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16barsmm@outlook.com. So that is 16. This time it's the word all spelled out. 16barsmm@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And you know, keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a orchard. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, Luchi and movie in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Go on, Skipper George. Blackpot, Coco Show.
We are transmitting across the whole of Africa and beyond via satellite. On Pan-African TV, Loud Silence TV. We are also live on Ghana Web TV and Black Empire TV. Be our guest. We are streaming live on YouTube, on Black Empire Media, and our Black is spelled BLAKK. Do business with us so that we can continue to propagate the values of Africa and freedom. We don't do politics here. What we do is called patriotism. Next thing I want to look at, and it's going to be very brief and very fast. Reshuffle or not, MPP will be untouched. Recently, people said the president would have to reshuffle. His ministers, some of them are so dormant. Even party foot soldiers went to beg the president. He said, I would only reshuffle if I want to. No, the NDC is trying to destabilize my government. That's why they are crying that I should reshuffle. I am so happy with the work of my ministers. Such an arrogant president. Dwarfish, chameleonic, dromomaniac. My God have mercy. I don't like this president one bit. I know you don't like him too. He has destroyed this country. Everywhere I go around the world, they say, look, and I could mention some great names, but not everybody's like me. Some people don't like their faces out there. Reshuffle or not, and people will be untouched. And who is saying that? He's supposed to be a pollster. His name is Ben Epson. I've spoken with him on radio before. Akufo-Addo's no reshuffle will not affect NPP's chances in 2024. This is Ben Epson. And when you read the story, what does it say? He says, oh, it is not about the reshuffling. It's all about policies. Really? Look at it. This is the view of veteran journalist and pollster Ben Epson, who has stated that the group of people known as swing voters make decisions on more concrete variables than reshuffle. Dash it away. Hear me. Hear me. It's not just about reshuffle. It's about a president who is not listening. A party that is refusing to listen. It's about the hardship, the dormant ministers who should have been reshuffled, the square pegs in round hole ministers who should have been reshuffled and are still sitting there wasting money and bringing more pain and doom to the citizenry. It's one thing that links to the other. It is not just reshuffling. Just like that as a label. It is the consequences of the no reshuffle. And that will decide the elections to come. Even the president himself says that they can't win the elections if the economy continues like this. What is making the economy continue like this? Bad governance. What causes bad governance? Bad president, bad ministers, bad MPs, bad citizenry. But the citizenry would have the ultimate laugh because they would decide who should be next. So, Ben Epson, I truly don't know. I respect this man a lot. He's come from a very long far for me to say anything silly to him. Please look at the variables again. In the interim, enough respect. Enough respect. If this party wins the next elections, I will be shocked with what they have meted out to the Ghanaian. How are you winning the elections? By the barrel of the gun? Or what? Coup d'etat? What? That's it. That way make we deal with the next thing. Last thing I would like to look at, and I'm going to do that in just 2 minutes. Kissed by arrogance in Tanzania. Hey! Kissed. Some people. Who has been kissed by arrogance in Tanzania? Is this not Kiss Daniel? Anna, that's Kiss Daniel. Oh, he's been kissed. By who? Arrogance? Hey, in Tanzania? Oh, really? Well, we all remember Kiss Daniel went all the way to Tanzania and he refused to play because his gold necklace had been left at the airport. The flight did not bring one of his bags that contained one necklace. So he will not perform. He wanted the people in Tanzania to see his gold necklace. And once that was not there, he refused to perform. The following day, the police came in and arrested him. But he's been trying to defend this. What is he really saying out there to the people? See, Kiss Daniel opens up on his arrest in Tanzania. What exactly did he say? Watch this. Come along, let's read this. Come. Let's read it together. Debunking a lot of allegations from the incorrect arrival time of Kiss Daniel at the hotel to the refusal of the singer to perform because of clothes or gold chain, as the Nigerian promoter Steve Uwa earlier claimed, to technical issues reneging on previously agreed terms and misappropriation of funds, all admitted to being at play by Steve Uwa as reasons the singer couldn't perform. But the second part is most interesting. I like the second part. It negates everything. It says during the live session, that was the interview Kiss Daniel had, Mr. Uwa also admitted to Folu's claim that they all had agreed to reschedule the show before he came the next day with police. They had agreed to reschedule it. Why? What happened and they were rescheduling it? And the next day the police came. What happened? The show didn't go ahead. Why? Technical reasons. And the people were there and saw everything was going on. Other artists performed. Kiss Daniel alone had technical problems. And they had agreed that they would postpone the show. Was it not because of the gold necklace? But somebody in Nigeria too has some good advice for Kiss Daniel. What is he saying? What has he said? Watch. Nothing lasts forever. Singer Seyi Sodimu shares Kiss Daniel as he hails Tiwa Savage for doing the unusual. And when you read it, what does it say? Love Me Jeje singer Seyi Sodimu has thrown a shade at singer Kiss Daniel as he applauds Tiwa Savage for being dedicated to her craft. The singer gave a special shout out to the mom of one for performing to her fans in Kampala, Uganda, even in the rain. It was raining, and this is the singer, Seyi Sodoi. It was raining. Oh, she didn't say, "Oh, my makeup will wipe up my makeup." No, she didn't say that. She stood in the rain. That is her. Tiwa Savage shook her bam bam and danced, all in the interest of the craft. But Kiss Daniel, who had been kissed by arrogance in Tanzania, gold necklace, he said he will not perform. These are the guys who die poor. These are the guys who should have never tasted fame. Never. But, well, you are still young. You will learn. Under no circumstances. Some of us have gone on stage with the microphone not even working. And you have to sing with your natural voice for the few people around to hear. I've seen Kojo Enchi on stage with serious technical issues. But he performed the last song well and ended and asked the technical people to sort it out. Somebody like this would have thrown away the mic and walked away. And some of them cannot even play live. You've been blessed by God. You got Buga. Nice song. Who won't take anything away from you. I love Buga. Tete Buga, tete tete Buga, le 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 Buga, le 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 Buga. We like it. We like the dance. The Liberian president did it. Nanado cannot do it because when he races, we won't see him. We won't see him. Kiss Daniel, you have struggled so much. We all saw you when you were struggling to be recognized. Now the people who have recognized you, don't disrespect them. I won't talk much because this is the first time you are putting up such arrogance. Next time, don't be kissed like that. Well, my name is Blakk Rasta. I want to say thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you. I love you. Catch me again on Monday on your screens. We shall be there to speak truth to power again. In the interim, it's been the Blackpot. Warrior!